going to come into a quadruped position. We're going to start out with some cat-cow. So we'll inhale as we arch the back. Exhale as you tuck the chin and round. You can add a little twist, turning into one side as you arch. And then the other. We're going to be doing a fair number of kettlebell swings today. All right, we are then going to press through our hands, pushing your hips back towards your heels and lengthening through your arms to a child's pose. Inhaling through the nose, and as you exhale through your mouth, think about letting your chest come closer to the ground. Then we're going to walk the hands all the way over to one side. Maybe have some feelings in there after yesterday's push-ups and floor press. And we're going to walk the hands over to the other side. Breathing into it. We're going to bring the hands back to center, straight out in front of us. We're going to round forward, rounding through your upper back. You're shifting forward. You're then dropping the hips. Hips down, chest up, looking over one shoulder, and then the other. And then we're pressing back to a child's pose. We're going to make some more space between the knees here to open up through the hips. And again, we're rounding through our upper back, shifting forward, hips down, chest up, and looking over one shoulder, and then the other. And then pressing back into a quadruped position. In our quadruped position, we're going to thread the needle next so the right arm reaches underneath the left, right shoulder and ear comes to the ground, and then switch sides. Left arm reaches under the right. And then back up to center. Then we're going to do 5 scapular circles. We're going to do 5 coming forward by packing the shoulders, bringing the shoulder blades up together around to the ears and apart. 5 coming forward and then 5 moving back. After 5 scapular circles in each direction, we're going to step back into a plank. Feet are just about hip-width apart. Hands are underneath the shoulders. Hips are down and glutes are on, and we're breathing into it. And then we're pressing through our hands. Hips come high into a down dog. You can step your feet in a little bit and press your heels to the ground. Lifting the right leg straight out behind you. You're pressing your left heel into the ground. We're going to shift forward, bringing our right knee to left elbow, tucking the chin, rounding the back and holding it. And then back up to a 3-legged dog. And then again coming forward, right knee to right elbow, tucking the chin, round the back and holding it. Then back up to a 3-legged dog. And then we're going to bring that right knee in between the hands, coming down into a pigeon pose, straightening your left leg out behind you, and folding over your right knee. And we're going to sit up and place our right hand outside of our right knee. We're going to pop up on our left toes and kick the right foot through. So it's an extended tripod position. Left arm reaches for the ceiling or overhead so it's in line with your ear. Pausing for a breath here and then dropping the hips. Bending the knees in at 90 degrees. We're in our shin box position. We're going to pop up on the knees, pressing the hips through. And then back down. Planting the right hand again. Extending the legs. Popping back up into your tripod. We're then going to plant the left hand and pull the right foot through. And we're back in a plank. Collecting our breath here. And then we're going to press back into a down dog. And lifting your left leg straight out behind you as your right heel presses into the ground. Shifting forward, left knee to right elbow, tuck the chin, round the back and hold it. And back up to your three-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, tuck the chin, round the back and hold it. And back up to a three-legged dog. And then the left knee comes between the hands, coming down into your pigeon. Right leg extends out behind you and we're folding forward over the left knee. Then we're sitting up and planting the left hand outside of the left knee. Tucking my right toes, I'm going to kick my left foot through to my extended tripod position. Right arm is either reaching for the ceiling or overhead. We're then dropping the hips, sitting up into it and pulling the feet in so that the legs are bent at 90 degrees. Popping up onto the knees, pressing the hips through. Coming back down, planting the left hand again, legs extend, back into a tripod, rotating to plant the right hand, left foot pulls through to a plank, and we're breathing. We're stepping our right foot outside of the right hand in a long, low lunge. You're going to rotate your right arm in, and then your left arm out. And then your right foot steps back and your left foot steps forward. Left arm rotates in. Right arm rotates out. We're going to do 3 more on each side. Switching legs with each one. When you're done, you're resting in your plank. Say resting. And then you're going to walk your feet into your hands into a forward fold. Letting your arms hang, shoulders relax, neck relaxes. Right arm wraps around the left calf. Left arm rotates in and reaches for the ceiling. Really thinking about opening up your chest to the left here. Back to center. And then switching sides. Left arm wraps around the right calf. Right arm reaches towards the ceiling, rotating your chest into the right. Back down to center. We're going to toe heel the feet out to a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And then we're dropping the hips down into a low squat. Elbows press out into the knees. We're on the outside of our feet here. We're not caving into the arches. Kind of rocking into it, finding some space in our knees, our ankles, and our hips. And then grabbing your toes or your ankles and popping your hips up, straightening the legs. Hips back down, chest up, elbows into the knees. 1 more here. Popping the hips up. right, and then we're going to come to standing. Whew. That's exciting. We are going to do 2 separate circuits today. Our first circuit is going to be all upper body. Our second circuit is going to be all lower body. So like we'll burn out one half and then we'll burn out the other half. It's going to be fantastic. What we are doing is we're doing a circuit that builds on itself. It's a version of a pyramid. We're going to start with 4 reps of a pec fly, 8 reps of a tricep extension, and 16 reps of a floor tricep extension. So to demonstrate, if you have dumbbells, they would be ideal for this pec fly. You can also use a band, cans of soup, gallons of water. Puppies, as long as they're not too wriggly. All right. For our pec fly, we want to use a weight that's probably just under our dumbbell bench press weight, if you have the option. All right. So our pec fly, we're starting sitting up with our feet pulled in and our dumbbells are at our shoulders. We're rocking back onto our shoulder blades and pulling them in. Our arms are an extension. At the top here, we're going to curl our wrists in towards each other. So we're just softening the elbows here. The arms aren't totally locked out. They're slightly curved in. We're going to open up our arms like wings and then pull them together. We're just going to do 4 reps here. As you come down, you want to feel that pulling your pecs and then squeezing them together at the top. We don't want to knock the weights together. You're just going to do 4 reps there. We are then going to do 8 bicep curls. I don't think I said bicep curls before. I think I might have said something else. There. It's bicep curls from full extension. You're coming up to the shoulders and back down. If this bothers your elbows, rotate your hands so that they face in towards each other, turning it into a hammer curl. You have 8 reps there. And then our floor tricep extension. We're sitting down with our hands in behind our hips, fingertips pointing in towards you. You're going to rock all the way down onto your elbows and then push through your palms to extension. If you'd like to make this harder, pick up the hips. Here we go. We're doing 16 of those. So maybe you just want to leave your butt on the ground. Any questions or modifications needed? We're good? All right. So we're going to do our first set. It will be 4 pec flies, 8 bicep curls, and 16 tricep extensions. Ready? Let's go for it. Remember to squeeze those shoulder blades together when you're on the ground, curling the wrists in. Right, 8 curls from full extension up to the shoulders, squeezing the glutes and exhaling at the top. And then 16 floor tricep extensions. Nice work. That's one. That is one round. You're gonna shake it out. You're gonna have noodle arms by the end of this. It'll be all right. All right. So we're resting. Maybe drinking some water. Is good. I have like the camera set up with you all on it, and then I have Freya just like right here on the couch watching too. Good audience. Yeah. Oh, now you're coming in. All right. Thank you. Okay. Okay, go lie down. Going to rest another 30 seconds here, and then we're going to do another round. On this next round, we are going to make it 6, 12, 24. It's going to be fine. If you get to like 20 and you lose count, you're fine. If you can no longer...
I shouldn't be going up in weight right now.
No, don't go up in weight. No, today is about volume. I would stay right where you are with weight. So we're going to do 2 sets of this at 6, 12, and 24. So keep your weight the same now. Maybe for our last round of 6, 12, 24, go up in weight. But remember, we're only doing good reps. So if you get to the point of failure where you don't have good reps left in you, stop and rest. All right. So we're going to do 6 pec flies, 12 curls, and 24 tricep or floor tricep extensions. All right. Starting when you're ready. What's funny is the 6 pec flies don't feel that bad. I have a feeling the 12 curls are going to feel worse. Not too bad, not too bad. See how we do on these 24 floor tricep extensions. There's 12. All right. That's manageable. You're just resting and shaking it out. It's funny, one time at TFW, we had done this with a 24 being dumbbell curls. And by the end of it, I mean, like we were using like 5-pound dumbbells. It was like the heaviest curls you ever did in your life. It was super pathetic. We learned a lesson there that nobody should ever do 24 dumbbell curls.
My very first trainer thought that we always had to do stuff to failure, so I couldn't move for like a week afterwards. But that's essentially what would happen by the end of the training. It would be 5-pound dumbbells, and I'd be like,
Yeah.
I seriously got this week.
No.
We just don't know. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, we have enough problems. We don't need to train to failure.
Oh my god, no.
Oh man. All right. So we're resting and we're going to do this circuit another time through, again doing 6, 12, and 24. Like I almost want to go up in weight, like just a little bit, but I think I'm just going to leave it. I think I'm just going to stay right here. All right. All right, so we're going to set up for this third set here. Remembering that once you rock back, you want to pull those shoulder blades in together, curling the wrists in and just softening the elbows. I'm glad I didn't go for weight. All right. Here we go. All right. Not too bad. My arms are in total noodles. All right, so we're resting here after that third set. We're going to do some wrist circles just to give our hands and wrists a break. Coming around in one direction, and then you're going to reverse it. All right. We're then going to sit in a half kneeling position. Your right knee's up, your left knee's down. We're just pressing our left knee or left hip forward into it. Just want to open up through the hips a little bit before we start this second round. Then we'll switch sides, right knee down, left knee up. Pressing the right hip forward and squeezing the glute. Right. Then we're going to come to standing. We're just going to warm up our hinge a little bit. We're going to have our feet shoulder width apart, starting standing tall. You're going to slightly bend the knees as you reach your arms through, and then stand up and squeeze the glutes. We're going to do 10 reps here. Right. So for this second round, for the lower body portion of this, we are going to start with 4 good mornings or Romanian deadlifts. We then have 8 Supermans, super flying people, and 16 kettlebell swings. So for a Romanian deadlift, you would hold both weights in front, pushing your hips back as you come down, stand up and squeeze the glutes. So the knees are just slightly bending. You can turn this into a good morning by standing on a band and bringing it around your neck. It's that same hinge position, the hips come back. Squeeze the glutes at the top as you exhale. You can also do this good morning with a barbell across your back. It would be in a low bar position, so the bar is just above your armpits here. Often we need to get our hands wider there for mobility, restrictions in the shoulders. So again, that's 4. We then have 8 super flying people. We're relying on our stomachs with our arms extended and a neutral neck. You're going to come up into a slight back extension by pulling your shoulder blades down towards your waist. So inhaling, you're pulling those shoulder blades down towards the waist and then coming down and back up. We have 8 here. And then 16 is your kettlebell swing. You could also do this with a dumbbell. Feet are wider than shoulder width apart. Starting in your hinge with the weight out in front, soft bend in the knees. Inhaling as you pull the bell under, exhaling at the top. So we're going to lock it out at about shoulder height and actively pull it back down for 16 reps. Questions or modifications? Nope. All right.
There's no good way to do that swing with 2 dumbbells, right?
If you have 2 dumbbells, how big are your dumbbells?
They're like 15-pound hex dumbbells.
Oh, with 2. No, I'm thinking
awkward.
2 kettlebells.
Yeah, it's just awkward. Like,
no.
I don't know if there's.
No.
Yeah.
2 kettlebells, yes. 2 dumbbells, no.
Yeah, no, I can do 2 kettlebells. I just don't have kettlebells.
Okay.
I'll try to find some maybe one day. All right, I got it.
Okay. Don't worry, because after this, we're going to be doing 24 of them.
Oh, fantastic.
It's just the first round, we're doing 16. All right. So we're getting ourselves set up to do 4 good mornings. Nice. We then have 8 super flying people. Whew. And 16 swings. Nice work. All right, that's one. We're resting, breathing. Whew. It is worth noting in these super flying people, if it's bothering your low back, press the top of your feet into the ground. You won't be able to come up as form, but that's fine. At the top of those, we're thinking about squeezing our glutes and pulling our shoulder blades towards the waist. Thinking about it that way often helps to bring it out of the low back. All right. So we're resting here. And we're going to go through this circuit again. The next time through, we're going to do 6, 12, and 24. So it's 6 good mornings, 12 super flying people, and 24 kettlebell swings. It's very exciting. I finally got my own chalk at home, so I don't have to worry about letting my kettlebell slip out of my hands and like fly through the sliding glass doors or something. Right. All right, are we ready for this second round? Let's go for it. Starting with our 6 good mornings. Right. Sometimes I like to call these super moms too. Remembering to breathe. That's funny, I got up to 12 and in my head I was going to have to do 24 of those. Thank God we don't. 24 swings. Nice work, we're looking good. All right, we're resting and breathing. It's amazing how much higher your heart rate gets with this set. Just a few more seconds of rest here. Let heart rate come down a little more, maybe taking a sip of water. On this, I don't know if today is a day that you want to add more resistance to your kettlebell swings, but for future reference, maybe you want to use it today, you can add resistance to your kettlebell swings by putting a band around your waist and anchoring it to something behind you. So I have a band here that is anchored to my couch leg. So here, you'll get this like sideways back view. You're welcome. So it's across my hips. You're reaching through. So practice it without the weight first, and then you can add weight to it. So Annie, that's one way you could make those swings harder if you wanted to. Maybe now, maybe not. All right. Well, when we're ready, we're going to start again. This is our last round here. We're doing 6 good mornings. Remembering to keep your lats on so shoulders are down. Squeezing in. Right. 12 super flying people. And 24 swings. Nice work. We're going to finish up here. Just going to grab a little timer. So here we're catching our breath and we're resting. While we're resting, we're going to come into a quadruped position for some cat-cows. Inhaling as you arch and look up. Exhaling as you tuck the chin and round. All right. We are then going to come onto our backs. Sorry, I'm trying to get a timer set up. All right, we're coming onto our backs. And we're going to do just 5 dead bugs on each side. So your hips are up, low back's in the ground. Bringing opposite arm and leg to the ground without letting your low back arch up. All right. And we're going to finish up here with a little plank finisher. We're going to do it like a Tabata. So it's going to be 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest. And we are going to first do an extended plank. So this is on the hands, shoulders are over the hands, feet are together and glutes are on. We'll do that for 20 seconds. Then we'll drop the knees for 10 seconds. And then we're going to come back up, extending your right arm, holding it for 20 seconds, resting for 10. You'll then come back up, and then we'll extend our left arm, and then we'll rest, and then we'll do single leg with the right leg raised, resting, and then single leg with the left leg raised, and then we will finish up with a hard style plank on our forearms, hands apart, hips down, glutes on. It's going to be great. We're just going to do each transition one time for 20 seconds. We got this. All right. All right, so we're going to start with our extended plank. We're on our hands, shoulders are over the hands, feet are together. You ready? And go. Just 20 seconds here. Remembering to breathe. Nice. We're resting. We have 10 seconds. We're going to come into a single arm plank next. And go. For these single arm planks, make some more space between your feet for balance. Remember to breathe and keep the shoulder over the hand. If you're shaking, you're doing it right. Whew. And we're resting. And up, single arm on the other side. Woo! Next up, we have a single leg plank. And up. Whew. We're resting, and then we have another single leg plank on the other side. And go. We're almost there. We have one more left. This is our forearm plank. I don't know about you, but I am pouring sweat. Whew. And up. Really thinking about bringing those shoulder blades down towards the waist. Glutes are on. Ta-da! Whew, you did it!